So we finished it, Joker no Kuni no Alice's game. It was a death end, confinement by Joker's troop in the end. I wanted that, so that was something that I literally worked towards. I'll go on ahead and give you some information about that later, but the same information to follow as I put up for Clover no Kuni and no Alice's game. You just go to the Discord server on my main channel page and or the link in this video, and there at the bottom of the server you will find the rest of the game translated. For Nightmare's route and a stay at the Clover Tower, you could use this in full pretty much. You can use the vids first, and then where they stop, you would pick up where we left off in the server translated screenshots. The channel tab in Discord is labeled Joker's Nightmare End. It's done blog style, so I sent it in translated, and it's page by page on my screenshots of the game as I played. So basically you're going to see what I saw, and it's a walkthrough. If you stay at Clover Tower, just having you translating what isn't a big stay Clover Tower event in this game. New route scenes triggered would be all you would need to do, and if you answered different questions than me on different routes, so visiting people in different ends would be the result too, obviously, if you answered or visit differently. Those random generate, and only questions are important, so if you want to skip the conversation shorts during visits, it has no impact actually. You just have to make sure that you answer correctly when it pops up. Anyway, we got Joker's bad end because I wanted it. I spammed him after full hearts with Nightmare, and if I hadn't, we would have gotten Nightmare's good end since it was well over 108 affection points at that time. I thought I wouldn't get another one, like a different end, because I heard that all you can do is just get the main guy's end if you get over 108 points. But all I had to do was actually spam Joker's plays for conversation till he had 3 hearts, and then answer him favorably whenever Nightmare asked about it in a few questions that popped up. So he asked you questions that would give you sympathy towards Joker or reject him, and I answered sympathetically. So if I skip both of those things, very likely a good end would come for Nightmare's route, and I do have saves that I can pick up for that later on. We'll see you in the Discord server where I'm translating more Japanese games for my backlog, and I'm taking requests for my collection. Next up right now is Toy Box Land for Alice's fan disc to this game. I've already started the prologue. And then I've got Black Code by Quinrose and Dance with Devils on PS Vita by Rejet that was requested. Here's some CGs from Joker's game. And the end. Here's if you get a landslide victory with him during the games to change the season. This scene will just automatically pop up before you can change the seasons. This one's actually on YouTube, but I got it differently than I did. Once it was on the EMU through a randomly generated game, and then I did it just recently in this playthrough, again, for my PSP. It was the only one that I didn't get, on both at the same time. She gets all nervous as she's talking to him. Here's actually Heart Castle's season. This was when I was close to the end. You can see the dial at the top left. That tells you how many turns you have left. It goes really quickly once you hit half, start changing seasons. They were covered in cherry blossoms, so I'm assuming they would have had a cherry blossom viewing festival if I had stayed there long enough. Here's where I stayed, Clover Tower. They have winter season. You can see that they tell you when you're in the final run, the final turn, up at the top left. It changes to that. Here's Joker's circus area. This popped in right after I finished the end turn, so I knew I was going to get something with the Joker, which I had tried to do, and I was awesome. It was either going to be the fight scene for Nightmare's good end, I believe, or it was going to be, the circus, possibly, and it ended up being, after the circus ended. So the lollies shop, pop up, along with the Shotas that are, murderous criminals from that prison that Black Joker runs. The masked Joker, so, he does ventriloquism, it looks like, to Alice through the mask during the game. And then if you actually end up there, which I have a CG from the prison from Daya, it'll show you what it looks like in there. These are actually the toys. They're just in human form right now. And they're criminals that Joker puts away in the prison until the circus comes around, and then they enjoy the circus for a little while and go back to prison. So they basically attached themselves to her right after she got found wandering the circus area at the end. And they start grabbing her and hauling her off. And then she ends up confined. And they're throwing knives at her. And then they decide that they're going to do a good deed because she's lonely when they're leaving. That they'll just, help her, leave this world. With death, obviously, because she can't go with them. They thought it was a good idea. And I got this by getting full hearts with Nightmare and just 3 hearts with Joker. So it's possible, even if you get full, like, 108 points, you can still get a Joker ending. I'm assuming you just have to do what I did, which is answer favorably towards him when it pops up, asking questions about him, and then make sure you spam him a lot for conversations to get those hearts. I'm assuming if you got full 5 hearts with Joker, you would have gotten his good end where he asked to take you with him, which was the opposite of the ending I got, where you told them that you can't go with them, and so they just kill you. He never showed up in that ending, but it was considered one of the confinement Joker endings, like a bad end. In Dia, we see the prison that Black Joker brings these murderous Shoda and Lolis in as criminals to the circus in toy form. So they have a toy form usually, and they're like imprisoned by him, and then they're given to the alter ego, the circus master White Joker. Here's the prison we saw in one of the last Dia translated videos that I posted. You can see, like, they're, like, tossed around, hanging from, like, beams and stuff. Those are actually the prisoners, those Lolis and Shodas that killed her in the end of this game. You can see the Black Joker kicks them around until they rip apart. So they prefer the circus instead, basically the front to the prison. Yup. So that's the end. See you guys in the Discord server.